The topic for today is the truth about pension freedoms and transferring your defined benefit pension. Okay, so to start off with, what are pension freedoms and when did they start? So in 2015, April, which is when new legislation is always made, the UK government, or the Chancellor at the time, George Osborne, basically decided that everyone was going to be able to have pension freedoms inside their defined contribution pension plans. So previous to 2015, you would reach your retirement age, typically 55, 60, 65. You could take a 25% tax-free pension commencement lump sum, is the sexy professional name for it in the industry. The remainder of your money, the 75%, you would have to buy a retirement income for life, also known as an annuity. As such, it was a very simple equation. You reach retirement, you could take 25% tax-free, the rest you would buy an annuity. That annuity would pay you an annual income for the rest of your life. Done. You had no freedom on when you wanted to draw down your money or what you wanted to do with it. So the UK government said, right, we're going to change this legislation and we're going to say that from the age of 55, which will be 57 from 2028, people will be able to do as they please with the remaining 75% of their money. So you can take a 25% tax-free, the remaining 75% can be drawn down, crucially, at your marginal rate of income tax. Now, I'm always a little bit pessimistic when it comes to the government, taxation and retail client. If I were being very pessimistic, I would say that pension freedom rules, were the UK government really interested in giving people freedom and rights over their pensions? Or were they also possibly looking at it and saying, if someone buys an annuity and it pays them income for the next 20 years of their life, we will get tax or income tax every time they take an income payment from that annuity. What if we stopped lots of people doing this and more people took money out at the beginning, starting from 2015? What that means for the government is they're going to be receiving lots of additional income tax. Say someone drew down the whole of the 75% in one go, they would probably get whacked with a 40 or 45% income tax in that tax year. So you could say the government, possibly one of the reasons for this was to try and up the coffers, so to speak, in terms of tax revenue. But one of the big problems with pension freedoms that we've seen is over the course of that period of time, since 2015, this is why many people inside defined benefit pension schemes have been interested in transferring out, because now they can move to defined contribution scheme. Inside that defined contribution scheme, they can have more freedom over how and what they do with their defined benefit pension. I think it's safe to say that we haven't seen the mass media stuff that we saw, that people were going to be going off and buying Ferraris and Lamborghinis and wasting their retirement income. I would say the majority of people that I've spoken with over the course of my 10 years have actually been very careful in terms of drawing money down. They talk with their financial advisor, they keep themselves within low tax brackets. Possibly there have been some individuals who have drawn down, I think the figure is 37 billion has been drawn down in extra money from that 75% since 2015. If we took a rough income tax rate of say 30% across that money, that's quite a few billion for the UK government. So pension freedoms, the truth about it, I think, is that it was maybe introduced to try and increase revenues for the government, but also it has created far more interest in pension transfers and all this stuff happening. So what we've actually got here, if you think about a time span, now anyone doing a final salary pension transfer will be gritting their teeth and saying, why is it so complicated? Why is the government telling me what to do with my money? We get this a lot. But it's like, hang on a minute, government. In 2015, you start legislation to say that everyone can start drawing down their pensions. You're giving people pension freedoms and we're listening to people and let them do what they want with their money whilst making taxes. But now in 2022, whoa, not even 2022, from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, they've been bringing in the regulation of what you're allowed to do with your final salary scheme. So it's like, well, hang on a minute. On the one hand, you're saying, yeah, go ahead and have pension freedoms. Then on the other hand, you're drawing back in terms of final salary scheme, saying, no, you need to take authorized, regulated financial advice, etc. I understand why they're asking people to take advice, because some unscrupulous financial advisors have taken advantage of people doing defined benefit pension transfers. But it's a bit of a situation of sort of creating something which then creates interest in it. But then when the interest comes, the government's not happy with it. There's too many complaints about transfers. So then they're putting, so it's a little bit upside down in my opinion, rather than having a clear system in terms of pension transfers and allowing clients to easily navigate things. If you're struggling with pension transfers or you just want to have a quick chat, you can book in below via my calendar link for a time and a date suitable for yourself to speak with myself or one of our senior financial advisors. And as always, you can always drop a WhatsApp in the description bottom below. You can click the button and start an informal WhatsApp conversation with me as well. Guys, I hope this has been interesting for you on pension freedoms and final salary pension transfers. Thank you.